Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
We have for you now this month's vocabulary test. Yay, I love tests. Giving them. There are 10 sentences here, and then 4 choices for you to choose from for each of the blanks in each sentence. For example, number 1, the dress code for the event is blank. Attendees should wear elegant dresses or suits and ties. A dress code is what you should wear, what you are advised to wear for some event, for some, it could be a party, a meeting, an award ceremony, all kinds of events. Attendees, those people who are going to attend, are usually told what to wear. And if they wear elegant, this is a high class and very expensive dresses or suits and ties, would it be A, casual, B, formal, C, protective, or D, convenient? So the dress code is, now casual is the opposite of what we would want for this kind of event, so that's wrong. Formal, there we go. Formal would be this high class, maybe presentation of awards or to honor somebody, those kinds of events. There's no protective dress code. Maybe if you're talking about workers on high buildings or far underneath the surface of the earth, they're supposed to wear protective uniforms or something like that, but that's not this kind of event. Convenient would be similar to casual. You can wear whatever you want, but usually you don't see that.
好，我们看到这个题目呢，他说的 dress code 就是服装的规定，该穿什么样的衣服。国外很多场合都会跟你讲 dress code 是怎么样。那我们后面有4个选项，那我们先看后面，他说呢 attendees 就是参加的人呢，应该要穿着 elegant 优雅的 dresses 衣服，女性啊，那男生的话呢，就是要穿 suits and ties。英文是这样讲，其实这个就是中文讲的穿西装打领带。好，所以呢，感觉起来是蛮正式的。那我们看看这4个选项 ：A casual 就是很休闲的啊，非正式的。好，那如果很休闲、非正式的话，你不用穿西装打领带，女生也不必穿晚礼服，所以 A 不对。B formal 这个就对了，这个是很正式的 ，dress code 是要穿正式服装，所以答案是 B。那 C protective 是保护的，那这个晚礼服跟西装它保护作用大概不大，所以 C 也不对。那 D convenient 是方便的，那穿着西装或者是穿着礼服常常就不是那么的方便，动作不是那么方便，所以这个也不对，我们选 B formal。
Number 2, the blank between the 2 paintings was impressive, as both artists used bright colors and abstract shapes in their works. So both artists did something similar. So what is between these 2 paintings? What quality is shared with these 2 paintings? Also, what makes that shared quality impressive? Impressive makes you go, wow, that's kind of interesting or amazing. So the choices are function, which is how something works. Similarity means how something is similar to each other. Collection, which is the act of putting a bunch of objects together. And necessity means the reason for something, like the reason something is needed. So C and D make no sense. And we're not really talking about how the paintings work. B is closest to what we want. So the similarity between the 2 paintings was impressive. It was amazing how close they were to each other, as both artists used bright colors and abstract shapes in their works. So choose B.
好，那题目说 the 什么 between the 2 paintings 这2幅画之间的什么东西是 impressive 让你觉得很这个讶异，就让你觉得印象很深刻。 as 是因为2位艺术家都使用 bright colors 明亮的色彩啊，还用了 abstract 这个 shapes 就是抽象的形状啊 in their works， 所以2个人是怎么样呢？应该是很像嘛。好，所以我们来看看答案。 A function 是功能，那很奇怪，不对。 B similarity 相似之处啊，所以他们非常相似，所以他们的 similarity 非常的 impressive， 所以这是正确答案。那 C collection 是收集或者是收藏品，不对。D necessity 是必需品或者是需要，如果是必需品的话常常是可数的，我们常常讲 necessities of life， 所以这也蛮重要的字，但是不是我们要的答案。
Number 3, the park authorities decided to blank camping in specific areas to encourage outdoor lovers to enjoy the natural surroundings. We are talking about a large park, not a city park, but someplace out in the countryside that's usually really amazing and maybe quite large. It also needs people to manage it, people who work for the local government. We call them park authorities. They decided to A, permit, B, detect, C, signal, or D, reveal camping in specific areas. You may have a tent and you can stay in this area but not in that area. That's specific areas. They wanted to encourage outdoor lovers to enjoy the natural surroundings. That's why they set up probably large and safe camping areas. Now, what did the authorities decide to do? Well, A is your best answer. Our first one, to permit, is to allow, or at least to encourage. Detect means to find out. That wouldn't work here. Signal, you cannot signal an area. You can signal people. Reveal camping, that wouldn't work here. So the park authorities decided to permit camping in specific areas to encourage outdoor lovers to enjoy the natural surroundings.
好，所以 the park authorities 就是公园的管理单位、管理方 decided to 他决定要干嘛呢 ？camping 他们决定要这个对于露营他们要做什么样的处置呢？好，那是怎么样露营？是在 in specific areas 在一些特定的区域的露营啊，他们决定要干嘛？啊，目的是要 encourage 要鼓励 outdoor lovers 就是户外爱好者来 enjoy 让他们能够享受 the natural surroundings 自然的环境，所以应该是允许他们在那里露营嘛，他们才能享受这个户外环境。所以我们看看选项 A permit， 这个就对了，这个是允许的意思，它可以当名词当表示许可证，可是当它名词的时候重音就在前面 permit， 那这也是动词 permit。 好，然后呢 B 选项 detect 是侦测或者发现，这个不对。 C signal 是打信号，像谁打手势，这个后面接 camping 也很怪。那 D reveal 是透露或者揭露，他们决定要揭露露营，这个在这句子也说不通，所以我们要选 A， 他们决定允许露营，才鼓励大家去接触大自然。
Number 4. The fog became so blank that visibility on the road was reduced to just a few meters, which was dangerous for drivers. So visibility in terms of driving means how far you can see. And if it's reduced to just a few meters, it means you can only see 2 to 3 meters ahead of your car, which at anything over a low speed is very dangerous for drivers and for anyone in the cars. So that means that the fog got very, very thick. Which of our words means thick? We have muddy, fertile, dense, and stiff. So if you're talking about fog, the best choice for thick would be C, dense. So choose C. The fog became so dense that visibility on the road was reduced to just a few meters, which was dangerous for drivers.
好，所以雾变得非常的怎么样？那结果就是 visibility on the road 路上的能见度 was reduced to 被减少到 just a few meters 只有几公尺而已。好，那这个地方我建议各位全部把它背起来。就当你要讲说这个路上的能见度减少到只有几公尺，英文就是这样讲 visibility on the road was reduced to just a few meters。 然后呢，这样的一个状况 which 就是指这样的一个状况呢 was dangerous for drivers， 对于开车的人来讲非常危险。好，所以这个雾是怎么样才会让能见度降低呢？我们看 A muddy 是泥泞的，通常不会用来形容雾，它可以形容 road， 但是不会形容 fog， 所以不对。 B fertile 就是肥沃的，这雾很肥沃，这个也不通。那 C dense 这个对了，因为我们讲烟或者雾很浓厚，就是用 dense 这个字，所以答案是 C。 那 D stiff 是僵硬僵直的，这个也不用来形容雾，所以也不对。
Number 5. Kathy received an blank from one of her clients to attend a dinner party at his house next weekend. She received an A, operation, B, exhibition, C, application, or D, invitation. So we have 4 T-I-O-N ending words. These, of course, are used as nouns. What did Kathy receive from one of her clients? Kathy is a person who works with people to help them do things, find things, buy things, something like that. And it's about attending a dinner party, going to a dinner party. So it's not terribly formal, but it probably isn't casual either, something in between, where at his house. That's one of her clients, his house, next weekend. Okay, she received what? An operation? I don't think so. An exhibition? No, that is a show organized by maybe a museum or an art gallery, something like that. That doesn't work. Application, if you receive an application to go to a party, don't go to the party.
Or, go because it might be really interesting.
That leaves us with D, invitation. Well, of course, you invite people to parties to attend them, and you receive an invitation. Notice all the choices start with a vowel because we have received an, O-E-A-I beginning words, so we use an, not a. So, Kathy received an invitation from one of her clients to attend a dinner party at his house next weekend.
好，所以 Kathy 她收到了一个什么东西，来自于她的客户之一，one of her clients， 要她去 attend 参加一个 dinner party， 一个晚宴 at his house， 显然是在这个客户的家里面，这是 next weekend， 是下个周末。所以她收到什么东西呢？我们看到 A operation 是操作机器或者一个手术，这个很奇怪，它不是收到手术，手术也不是你可以收到的东西。那 B exhibition 是展览，收到了一个展览这个也不对，英文中文都没有这种说法。Application 是申请，或者是这个申请格式，或者是一个应用，那放在这里都不对你要参加这个 party 也通常不是寄东西申请函给你，所以 C 也不对。那 D invitation 这个就对了因为它只邀请函或邀请卡，这时候它是可以数的，所以正确答案是 invitation。
Number 6. Gina wrote a quick note in the blank of her textbook to remind herself of an important concept before the exam. If you want to remind yourself of something, it means you want to remember it. And a concept is an idea. So she's like, I got to remember this important concept for the exam. But where did she write this note? In the region of her textbook? Well, a region is like a large land area. In the panel of her textbook, does she have like a separate sort of cardboard page in her textbook or something? That doesn't make sense. A margin would be the edges of the paper around the text where there's a lot of white space, which is a very common place to write notes. So C is probably our answer. And D is funny, the suburb of her textbook. So if the textbook is the city, then her notebook is the suburbs? I don't know. This doesn't make sense, but you could make like funny jokes about it. Anyways, choose C. Gina wrote a quick note in the margin of her textbook to remind herself of an important concept before the exam. Wait, if the margins are the suburbs, that means the text is the city?
所以我们看到这个题目，他说 Gina 她 wrote a quick note， 就是她很快的写下了一些笔记，在 in the 什么 of her textbook， 在她的课本的什么地方写下了笔记呢？那这个笔记的目的是要 remind herself of， 是要提醒她自己一个important 重要的 concept 一个概念 before the exam 在考试之前，所以 remind oneself of something 就提醒自己怎样怎样。那他在课本的哪里可以写东西呢？我们看 A 选项 region region 是地区或者区域，这个不对。那 B panel 是个面板或者控制板课本也没有什么面板控制板之类的东西，所以也不对。C margin 这个就对了，因为 margin 是边缘，在这里就是指这个页边的空白处，他课本的这个页边空白处写下了笔记，所以这是正确答案。D suburb 是郊区常常用复数，但不管怎么样意思在这里也不合，所以我们要选 margin。
Number 7, with careful planning and a commitment to quality, the local bakery began to blank and attract a growing customer base. Let's take a look at our words here. Tumble means to fall down or to decrease and a lot. But if the people who own the bakery plan carefully and they decide we are only going to sell quality goods, that's why they have a growing customer base. People are attracted to that, but not if it tumbles. B definitely is the answer. To prosper is to do well in business or in life. C, collapse is even worse than tumble. It means that they stop doing business. And revenge, D, doesn't fit at all. Prosper is what we want here. With careful planning and a commitment to quality, the local bakery began to prosper and attract a growing customer base.
好，那我们看到这个题目 with 就是透过这个小心谨慎的计划，还有呢一个 commitment to quality， commitment 是承诺，或在这里也可以翻成致力于， quality 是品质，所以他们很小心的计划，而且他们致力于这个保证他们的品质。那透过这些呢 ，the local bakery 本地的这个面包店开始怎么样？开始我们要选的是 prosper， 开始繁荣，开始兴盛啊，就生意开始好了，而且它 attract， 它吸引了 a growing customer base， 它吸引越来越多的顾客，所以生意做得不错，我们选 prosper。那 A 选项呢 ，tumble 是跌倒啊，你说这个面包店跌倒，这个中文英文都说不通。那 C collapse 是倒塌的意思，那你说面包店倒塌了，那倒塌了就不会吸引越来越多的顾客啦，所以 C 也不对。D revenge 是报仇，他开始报仇，那报仇也不会说吸引了很多的顾客，所以我们选 B prosper。
Number 8. After a busy week at work, Jack decided to spend his Saturday morning blank sipping coffee and reading a book on the sofa. A perfect Saturday morning. So how is he sipping his coffee? Is he efficiently sipping his coffee in the most, fastest and easiest way possible? Is he potentially sipping his coffee? Like maybe he's going to do it. Is he artificially sipping his coffee? He's using an AI or something to sip his coffee? Or is he leisurely sipping his coffee, meaning he's having a relaxed and slow morning? I would choose D. So after a busy week at work, Jack decided to spend his Saturday morning leisurely sipping coffee and reading a book on the sofa.
好，所以各位也是一样，把这语快记起来哈。After a busy week at work 就是工作忙碌的一周之后，呢 Jack 决定要 spend his Saturday morning， 他决定礼拜六早上要怎么过呢？他要做这些事情，所以 you spend time doing something， 所以那个 sipping 是加 ing 的，那 sip coffee 就是啜饮咖啡，然后呢 reading a book 读书，然后 on the sofa 在沙发上读一本书，所以这个感觉起来是蛮悠闲的，对不对？所以我们看看选项 A efficiently 是很有效率的，通常有效率就不会用 sip 你的 coffee， 可能是整个倒进去哈。那所以 efficiently 不对，那 B potentially 是潜在的喝咖啡，潜在的读书，这个不知道什么意思，讲不通，所以 B 不对。 C artificially 是人工的人为的，这个也讲不通。那当然第四个选项leisurely 这个很棒，悠闲的喝咖啡，所以这个字是我们的要的答案 D leisurely。
We also pronounce D leisurely on the East Coast. We pronounce that as an E in other parts of the U.S. They say leisurely.
Yes.
Okay, number 9. The blank glass vase had a warning label to alert carriers about its easily breakable nature during transportation. Glass vase. You all know what glass is. Vase is usually used, put some water in it, and then your cut flowers into it, and they can last a few days or a week. That's the situation. It has a warning label, be careful of something, because the carriers, the people who are transporting or moving the glass vase, should realize that something like that is easily breakable. It can break very easily. So what kind of glass vase are we looking for here? A, fragile, B, durable, C, harsh, or D, realistic? Well, A is the answer right away, because fragile does mean easy to break or weak. B, durable, is the opposite. Durable will last a long time. Harsh, glass cannot be harsh. That is something that people do to each other when they want to hurt them. Or the weather could be harsh, but a glass vase cannot be harsh. Realistic makes no sense here at all. So choose A. The fragile glass vase had a warning label to alert carriers about its easily breakable nature during transportation.
Glass vase 就是玻璃花瓶，它有一个 warning label， 就是一个警示的警告的标签，来 alert 来警告或者提醒。Carriers 就是 这个搬运的人，关于什么事情要警告这个搬运的人呢？关于他的 easily breakable nature， 他很容易打破的这样的一个特性。尤其是 during transportation， 在运输期间搬运的时候很容易破，所以它有一个 a warning label 一个警告标签，警告它这个 carriers。所以我们要看这个玻璃花瓶显然是怎么样呢？A fragile， 这个就对了，因为它是易碎的，很脆弱的，它很容易碎，所以搬运的时候要小心。那 B durable 是耐用的，如果耐用的话，搬运的时候可能就不用那么小心了。C harsh 是很严厉的，所以玻璃花瓶不会严厉，所以 C 不对。那 D realistic 是现实的、实际的，那这个也很怪，现实的花瓶、实际的花瓶，那花瓶就是花瓶啦，所以没有这些 realistic 或者不 realistic 的问题，所以我们要选的是 fragile， 而且很适合整个句子的意思，这个脆弱的花瓶。
Number 10. As the project manager, I will blank the entire development process to ensure its successful and timely completion. Ooh, this is such a good thing. Learn this pattern. When you're in charge of a project, you will so often be saying this sentence. I'm going to ensure or somebody is going to ensure its successful and timely completion. To ensure something is to make sure something happens. Timely completion means it's done on time and presumably well. So successful and timely completion, what a great phrase. Okay, so as the project manager, I will what? The entire development project. Am I going to mess it up? Or am I going to try to do it as good as possible? What are our choices here, though? We have undergo. I will undergo the process. I will do the thing. I will deceive the process. I will lie to you all. Oversee. I will oversee the entire process. That is true. That is your job as the project manager. And D, I will refund the process. Refund is give your money back, so that doesn't make sense here. So choose C. As the project manager, I will oversee the entire development process to ensure its successful and timely completion.
好，作为这个专案经理，the project manager， 我将会怎么样呢？我们要选 oversee， 就是监督、监管the entire 这整个的development process 开发的过程，这样子我才可以后面这个很棒的一个语块，大家把它学起来。Ensure its successful and timely completion 就是来确保这件事情可以很成功而且及时的完成，叫做 ensure its successful and timely completion。好，所以呢，我们选 oversee。那我们看其他选项 A。Undergo 是经历或者是接受一个手术，所以你说哎呦我要经历的整个的这个开发过程很奇怪英文不会这样写。那 B deceive 是欺骗更不可能。那 D refund 或者 refund 就是退款或者退费那你退费整个开发过程这个也讲不通，所以我们要选的是 oversee 监督监管。
That's it for today's lesson. Hope you learned something and had a little fun with us as well.We'll be back in about a week with our next lesson for this month. Until then, bye-bye.